Everyone, please be seated. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ed Schlesinger. I'm the Benjamin T. Rome Dean of the Whiting School of Engineering, and I'd like to welcome you all here today. First off, congratulations to all our graduates. I know that today represents the culmination of a lot of hard work, and we're all proud of your accomplishments. You leave here possessing the knowledge to effect positive change in the world and with the ability to help shape our future. And I'm not alone in recognizing the important role that you as engineers have to play in the future of our country and our world. Over the past 2 years, I know that the Whiting School celebrated the centennial of engineering at Johns Hopkins University. I think that these sorts of occasions can provide institutions with a great sense of context. They offer opportunities for reflection on accomplishments and on the enormous changes that have occurred since our founding. But perhaps more importantly, these occasions provide the opportunity to look ahead as well. When Johns Hopkins Department of Engineering opened in the fall of 1913, the school enrolled 98 undergraduates and 14 graduate students. And in the first years offered courses in 3 disciplines, electrical, mechanical, and civil engineering. At that time, it was acknowledged that engineers would be critical to address the technological challenges that lay ahead. Johns Hopkins understood that the future of such critical areas in communication, transportation, energy, for example, would rely on contributions of engineers. And wisely, the university has enabled the founding of the School of Engineering. But even with their foresight, they probably couldn't imagine the social, political, health, and economic challenges that were looming, some just around the corner. 1913, for those of you who are interested in such matters, was the year that the permanent federal income tax was introduced. To those of you who really care about such things, the rate was 1% on incomes over $4,000, or about $94,000 in today's currency, on a federal budget of about $715 million, or about $17 billion in today's dollars. With numbers like that, I think that we would not be talking about federal budgets, taxes, or the IRS if we had stayed on that course. But to give you some idea of what things really looked like back in 1913, life expectancy in the United States for those born in 1913 was about 50 years for men and 55 for women. The population of the world was about 1.6 billion, with the population of the U.S. around 95 million. The Wright brothers had demonstrated heavier-than-air flight only about a decade earlier. And the United States produced some 485,000, or about 80% of the world total, of 606,000 motor vehicles. And only 5 years earlier, the Model T had been introduced into the market. In the United States, the leading cause of death was tuberculosis, which claimed about 94,000 people. Cancer was number 2, and diarrhea claimed 50,000 as number 3. Diseases such as diphtheria and croup, typhoid, measles, scarlet fever, and whooping cough were other leading causes of death, claiming over 40,000 lives combined. The telephone, invented in the previous century, now saw about 9 million phones in service, or only about 1 per 10 people in the U.S. Little did anyone in 1913 suspect that they were going to head into the roaring 20s, the crash of '29, the depression of the 1930s, Prohibition, World War I, and the pandemic of 1918. The world would be plunged again into the darkness of World War II, the Holocaust, the development and use of the atomic bomb, the end of the British Empire, the start of the Cold War and the Korean War, and all this before the century was half over. But that century would also see great advances. The first commercial radio broadcast in 1920, the discovery of insulin, and the conquest of diseases such as polio. Air travel moved from the pioneer era of aircraft made of wood and fabric to the golden age of aircraft development, with planes becoming high-powered monoplanes made of aluminum and able to carry many passengers. The 707 was demonstrated in flight in 1954, and the launch of Sputnik was in 1957. And while expensive at the time, we would see the introduction of television, including color TV, and the first color TV broadcast in the US in 1954 from the Tournament of Roses parade. And then there was a demonstration of the transistor in 1947 by John Bardeen and Walter Brattain at Bell Labs. Today, I look at you as we in the Whiting School embark on the second century of engineering at Johns Hopkins. And I realize that just like our founders did 100 years ago, we can plan for the future, but we cannot know what changes will lie ahead. Some of the statistics that I noted for 1913, when put in today's context, have really improved. Life expectancy for those born today in the United States is about 76 years for men and 81 for women. The population of the world is now 7 billion, and that of the US about 316 million. The world now produces about 85 million motor cars annually, with about only 10% produced in the US. And in the United States, the leading causes of death are heart disease, cancer, still number 2, respiratory disease, and stroke, followed by accidents, above those deaths due to Alzheimer's disease and diabetes. And the number of cell phones in the United States, let alone phones, is greater than the US population. And once feared diseases are now simple childhood ailments due to the development and use of vaccines. But we also continue to face many challenges around the world. According to UNICEF, 19,000 children under the age of 5 die each day due to preventable causes. According to the World Bank, 1.2 billion people today are still without access to electricity and all the benefits that brings in terms of health, education, and well-being. At the same time today, we see humanity achieving amazing feats of intellectual accomplishment in science, engineering, and the arts. The existence of the Higgs boson was confirmed, allowing humans to confirm a model for the very nature of the building blocks of the universe. And we have seen technology and communication inspire revolutions and help bring freedoms to millions. And just as so much was accomplished for good in the first century of the Whiting School, even more could be accomplished for good in this second century. What will that future hold for you? What are the historical events that you will live through? What will you be witness to? And what challenges will be placed before you? Of course, none of us know. What we do know, and I feel that this is very important, that as graduates of an elite university, and as such, you have been blessed with a privilege, an opportunity, and a responsibility that a very small percentage of people have been given. You have been given the privilege of an outstanding education and the benefits it brings in one of the most important fields today, engineering. Developments in computation and communication and all the associated information technologies that would truly appear to be science fiction to those who founded our school in 1913 are at your disposal. Your ability to move across boundaries, both geographical and intellectual, provides you with opportunities and resources to address the world's most pressing issues in a manner never before possible, and certainly not available in 1913. You have the resources to tackle issues of human well-being and security, health, energy, the environment, and sustainability, disease, economic development, and poverty, and more. In many ways, I believe that you, as engineers, are the most well-equipped graduates of any field to address these most important challenges. You have the potential to achieve great things, and more importantly, you have the opportunity, the ability, the resources, and I have to emphasize this, the responsibility to meet the challenges we all face to make the world a better place. We have tremendous confidence in you and what you can do, and we look forward to seeing all you will achieve for good in our second century. Your knowledge and skills, your inventiveness and imagination will help build new industries and solve some of the toughest problems our world faces today. And that, as graduates of Johns Hopkins, you have the ability to change the world, to make discoveries, to improve people's lives. And while graduation is a huge achievement, it is just the beginning of what you will do. And that's why this is called a commencement. And today you join our ranks as alums, You will always be connected to this institution, and from what I've seen professionally throughout my career and during my time at the Whiting School, this is an impressive group, made more impressive today by the addition of all of you, the members of the class of 2014. Congratulations once again. Dr. Krill is the Assistant Director for Science and Technology and Chief Technology Officer of the Applied Physics Lab, a very important part of Johns Hopkins University.
Congratulations. We at the Applied Physics Laboratory are proud of our partnership with the Whiting School of Engineering towards the education of many of you who are graduating this evening. Now, one might say that we engineers literally shape the future through our technology, and sometimes with dramatic results. So I would like to take a couple minutes to explore the future that you might design for us. Now, there is some risk of this. If some future predictions of the 1950s and 60s had come true, we would be talking on our picture phones to our relatives living on Mars while riding in our self-driving nuclear-powered vehicles. But some things are correctly predicted. We do have picture phones, for example, through Skype, and we hear that self-driving cars are on the way. So here are some possibilities. Will you perfect brain-machine interactions that will bring us computer-assisted mental telepathy? One of our partners in DARPA's Revolutionizing Prosthetics program was recently featured on 60 Minutes, feeding herself a chocolate bar with the Johns Hopkins prosthetic arm just by thinking about it. Perhaps we'll design the fabrication of food from organic materials, such as the beef hamburger recently grown entirely in a laboratory in the Netherlands. But so far, it's at a cost of several $100,000 per burger.
Oh, no.
But this does begin to approach the Star Trek food synthesizer. Will you engineer a way to reduce the impacts of global climate change? Or if climate impacts are not reduced globally, will you design structures to lessen the effects of severe storms and droughts in the local regions? Perhaps the domed cities of the old science fiction movies would be an option. And finally, you might design equipment to mine and transport minerals from asteroids and reduce the environmental impacts of mining on Earth. Or maybe you will invent affordable technologies that finally allow us to colonize Mars. And perhaps you will also help us better understand why we might want to colonize Mars. As Johns Hopkins graduates, we have the educational foundation to lead us into the future. As the Whiting School and APO researchers address the global challenges and opportunities, you may even decide to remain engaged and collaborate with us, and we would welcome that.
Sure.
So as the technical architects of our future, I congratulate you and wish you every success.
Thank you, Jerry. It is now my great pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Michael J. Zinner. You'll find his complete bio in your programs, but let me just say a few words by way of introduction. Dr. Zinner is the Moseley Professor of Surgery at Harvard Medical School and the Surgeon-in-Chief at the Brigham and Women's Hospital and the Clinical Director of the Dana-Farber Brigham and Women's Cancer Center. He received his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering in 1967 from Johns Hopkins and his medical degree from the University of Florida School of Medicine in 1971. He is a member of the editorial boards of several surgical journals and has been on the board of several hospitals and healthcare systems around the country. Dr. Zinner was past president of the Association for Academic Surgery, past president of the Society of the University Surgeons, and past president of the Society of Surgical Chairmen, among many other distinctions. In 2004, he established the Center for Surgery and Public Health, a collaboration between the Harvard Medical School and the Harvard School of Public Health, focused on healthcare, quality, safety, and effectiveness, and global surgical care. The CSPH has mentored many national prominent surgeons into important positions all over the globe. In 2007, he was awarded the Johns Hopkins Distinguished Alumnus Award, and in 2010, he was inducted into the Johns Hopkins Society of Scholars, both for his illustrious professional achievements. For the past 4 years, he has taught courses on healthcare at the Heller School for Social Policy and Management at Brandeis University, and was recently appointed adjunct professor there. It is truly my pleasure to welcome Dr. Zinner to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Moseley. I am deeply honored to be able to give this address. And when Dean Schlesinger originally contacted me earlier this year about giving the address, I said, are you sure you have the right guy? Because if you look back over my record as an undergraduate, you wouldn't be asking me this question, and you wouldn't be asking me to give this address. He said, no, let's go ahead with that. So, I'm going to tell you my story. To graduates and proud parents and family, let me tell you where I came from. I was born, grew up in Miami, Florida, went to a large public high school where there were over 900 students just in my graduating class. I was a quintessential geek at the time. You know, National Honor Society, then the Westinghouse Science Talent Search, now the Intel Science Talent Search. I had built a digital computer at the age of 16 and won a science fair project. I built the computer out of old pinball machine parts because one of my best friends' father was in the amusement park business. I was able to win some competitions, and I never left Florida until I was 18 years old when I applied for and got into the White School of Engineering. There were some interesting recollections that I have of my first year and the traumatic transition from a large public high school in the South and Hopkins. I was shocked to learn, for example, that many of my classmates had already used the same textbooks in high school that I was looking at for the first time, like Thomas Andrews in the Fundamentals of Chemistry, 2 professors from Hopkins. So they were doing great. They were having no problem at all passing the test because they've already had that course in high school. I, of course, was struggling through that. And when they would say, let's go out for a social event, I'd say, well, they look like they're doing pretty well. I guess I'll go out with them. Only to get killed, absolutely killed in grades. And then I did some other pretty stupid things as an undergraduate. I was a very straight, narrow, scholarly individual in high school. And when I got to Hopkins, there were other things that interested me, actually fascinated me. For example, I signed up to be a radio announcer at the campus radio station, WJHU. And if you recall that era, this is now fall of 1993, it was when President Kennedy was assassinated November 1963. I was at the news desk, and the news obviously began to explode through the news desk. And my job was to report what was going on. It was a challenging and difficult time. Great sorrow followed after that. But again, it took me way from my academic courses, and my grades again began to suffer. I took a shot at languages, particularly German. And well, that just didn't go very well either. I failed German the first year. I think we're beginning to get the picture. Okay, with renewed enthusiasm, I started the second year in engineering. Now I was given some interesting engineering projects. One of my most favorite courses, and also horrifying courses, is something called measurement and experimentation, M&E, also known to us as mystery and exclusionation. It was taught by Professors Palmer and Palm. And one experiment I vividly remember was we were given a box, and there was a surface inside that box, and we were given a drill and some dowels to put through the top and measure the distance from the top of the box down to the surface, and we we had to arrive at the equation of the surface through differential integration. Well, it was a killer experiment. It still would be to this day. So you have to take my mind off the drudgery of these simultaneous equations. I made another mistake. I got involved in acting. So that's with the barnstormers here in the old barn. For those who are not on campus, that's the playhouse. The play I most remember is a play called The Fantastic. So for me, it was fantastic. We had a successful run. We extended the run. Again, studies kind of suffered a little bit from this. I didn't have a major role. I had a minor role as a sidekick, but I so got into it that my studies just completely collapsed. Well, I think you can see where this is headed. Combination of radio station, theatrics, social life, grades only. After failing first year German again in the second year, I knew I was going to have to take it a third time, so I thought maybe I'm going to major in first year German. Personally, my father, who was paying the tuition, ended my misery after the second year and pulled me out of college. I had 15 B credits in the second semester of my second year. He had to go to the University of Miami. He was a professor at the University of Miami, and I was a local kid, so we got a tuition break. And again, he kept telling people I was spending my junior year abroad at the University of Miami. I was actually there at Carl was taking things like organic chemistry. And again, it's interesting to me what I recall for this topic. What I recall from organic chemistry, not much, but Miami is hot and there are open breezeways outside of each laboratory. So when we were given absolute ethanol, this is not denatured ethanol, absolute ethanol, there was always a propaganda juice machine right outside the laboratory. So we were able to skirt through the afternoon with some screwdrivers and mixing the alcohol and the oranges. So why am I telling you these tales of juvenile rebellion and foolishness? There's a punchline, I promise. Anyway, I was able to come back to Hopkins my senior year, and to my great fortune, I met a junior professor at electrical engineering named Stephen Wolf. Just as an aside, Stephen Wolf would leave Hopkins after 10 years, join the National Science Foundation, and later go on to be one of the developers of the Internet. Not outdoors, but the real developer of the Internet. He was the director of networking at the National Science Foundation and developed NSF.net. This was the first open computer network in the United States in 1985. The rest of the story, if you know about Professor Wolf, is the rest of the story. He proved to be a spectacular teacher, a wonderful mentor, and inspired me to do a senior thesis looking at defined stochastic processes as they were applied to radar targeting. It was a computerized model that required hundreds of hours of programming in Fortran, a language nobody remembers anymore, and punch cards. Unfortunately, we don't have to do that anymore either. The computer that we were using was an old IBM, now it's old, then new IBM 790 series. It was too big to be on campus. It was sitting at APL in Hagerstown, and we would communicate through places in the library. Now, since no undergraduates were allowed to use the computer during the day, I basically had to bribe the computer operators at night with pizzas and hoagies to be able to get time on the machine, or I'd never see what the work done. And for some of you who are not engineers, you cannot imagine an era where computer memory was made out of a ring of iron material that would form binary numbers by magnetizing one direction for one and the opposite direction for zero, which is where the term core has since come. We are kind of at the stone age of the world of computing. I report my results regularly to Professor Wolf, and he ignited my inquisitive side, my interest, and my dedication to hard work. He taught me linear thinking, problem solving, and running lines of computer code on punch cards absolutely taught me precision and discipline. Those hard-fought nights, punching out computer cards, made me understand what small errors like a misplaced period or an uncompensated comma or parenthesis would be like. Now that discipline today carries into my current life. That kind of reason allows me to be on the editorial board of 4 of my professional journals, and I am also an author of my part of the profession, the best-selling worldwide bestseller. All of that came from my experience here. So, to finish my story, I went on to medical school. I used my computer and signal processing background to study electroretinograms of the eye. I then went on to become a surgeon in training. I was chairman of surgery at the University of California, Los Angeles for 6 years, and now I've been chairman of the Department of Surgery at Harvard for 20 years. I supervise over 100 residents, 120 faculty, 350 employees, and a budget of close to $100 million a year. I also serve as the clinical director of the Dana-Farber Brigham Cancer Institute, and I introduced multidisciplinary care for cancer patients 15 years ago. Thank you. So, introducing multidisciplinary care, I learned that cancer care is much like big science. It's a team effort. And with my colleagues at my institution, we're able to establish a large operating room that has multiple imaging, so that we have an MRI at one end and a PET CT scanner at the other, and in the middle is an operating room with characteristics like a cath lab. What Hopkins' experience did for me was that it taught me what a permissive culture can do. That is, it permitted me to fail, but permitted me to succeed also. I was given a set of tools I did not realize I had. These tools were the ability to think critically, the ability to solve problems, the ability to be a linear thinker, and most importantly, the ability to fail and then recover. So to all the parents out there that graduate, success will never be a straight line. Remember mentorship, and now when I'm asked, I tell people I'm in the young people's business. And that is how I hope to be remembered in my own institution. I learned that all here. Don't be afraid to fail, but do be afraid not to try or not to take risks. So, thank you for the opportunity. And to conclude and paraphrase Michael Bloomberg, former mayor of New York, engineering undergraduate 3 years ahead of me, I am the reason there is a top 50% part of the class at engineering school. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Dr. Zinner, for your address to the class of 2014. I am Ed Shineman, the Vice Dean for Education, and here we go. It's hard to hear up here, so I know everyone wants to hear their sons, daughters, husbands, wives, fathers, mothers' names read, so please. We now begin with the degree ceremony. We will present the hoods for all doctors of philosophy candidates. The hooding will be done by each student's advisor or other faculty representative. The actual awarding of these diplomas will take place at tomorrow's commencement ceremony. I would ask all to say what faculty and departments come forward, so as I call the name of their department, and the candidates will join me near the podium, and then we'll cross the stage, such as it is, and shake hands with the dean. We will now begin with the field of applied mathematics and statistics. Sancha Adali will be hooded by Dan David. By Dan David.
Let me know when people get in the way. Let me know when people start to get in the way.
And Fong Chen will be hooded by Dan David. Molecular Engineering. Wei Chang Shen will be hooded by Denise Words.
Move over like a foot to the left. I don't know if she can. She's the official photographer.
Tara Joy Edwards will be hooded by Mike Bevan.
It's not bad.
Alon Fernberg will be hooded by Mark Ostermeyer.
I didn't set this up. Believe it or not.
Anjul Giri will be hooded by Denise Words. Will be hooded by Alexander Pupple.
Why don't you just go?
Abasha Nikita Lewis will be hooded by Mark Ostermeyer. Elizabeth Malachowski will be hooded by David Grossius. Craig Stephen Schneider will be hooded by Justin Haynes. Next will be the field of civil engineering. Mehdi Jalalpur will be hooded by Tak Abusa.
Hey, hero. When they change, I'll go up to the front and ask them to go.
Reza Lutfi will be hooded by Jamie Guest.
Yeah. think she'll move when the other rounds come.
Next will be the field of computer science. Joseph Ayo Akiniele will be acquitted by Avi Rubin. Archie Oliski will be acquitted by Russ Taylor. Douglas Carlson will be acquitted by Avi Rubin. Scott Gilwatney will be acquitted by Aaron Jensen. Matthew Pagano will be acquitted by Avi Rubin. Paul Giancapa will be acquitted by Russ Taylor. Next will be the field of electrical and computer engineering. Amin Afsari will be acquitted by Pablo Iglesias. Nash Borges will be acquitted by Gerard Meyer. Young Wong will be acquitted by Jin Kang. Russell Kinsley will be acquitted by Aaron Jensen. Pablo Iglesias. Yang will be hooded by Bryn Cooper. Next will be the field of geography and environmental engineering. Jennifer Corsair will be hooded by Ben Hobbs. Will be hooded by Kyle Chen. Francisco David Munoz will be hooded by Ben Hobbs. Peng Yi will be hooded by Kai Lu Shen. Next will be the field of materials science and engineering. Tanya Rosemary Chen will be hooded by Howard Katz. Stephen Luis Farias will be hooded by Robert Camarada. Will be hooded by Jim Spicer. Ming-Ming Ye will be hooded by Howard Katz. And next will be the field of mechanical engineering. Kunlun Bai will be hooded by Charles Menable. Esan Basakha will be hooded by Meron Karman. Marie Meyer will be hooded by KT Ramesh. Jason Scott Graham will be hooded by Charles Menable. Kim will be hooded by Dan Stoyanovich. James McFarland will be hooded by Louis Whitcomb. Manu Madhav will be hooded by Noah Cowan. Giancarlo Tony Peralta will be hooded by Louis Whitcomb. And Yan Yan will be hooded by Greg Chirichi. And that completes the awarding of the Hood PhD hoods. We will now proceed to the awarding of master's degrees and certificates.
I am Dan Horn, the Assistant Dean for Engineering for Professionals within the Whiting School of Engineering. Those of you who completed your requirements for graduation last summer and and last fall have already received your diplomas in the mail. Those of you who completed your graduation requirements this spring may pick up your diplomas here in the gym during the reception after the ceremony. As you cross the stage tonight, you will be shaking hands with your department representative and holding a diploma look-alike for pictures. After shaking hands, all graduates are requested to return back upstairs around the track. We will now proceed with the awarding of the master's degrees. With Dr. Eileen Haas, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Applied Biomedical Engineering. Scott David Simpkins. Alan Zane. With Dr. James Spall, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Applied and Computational Mathematics. James F. Capo. Matthew James Davis. Erica Estevez. Daniel Aaron Lipson. Clinton Monk. Laura Taylor Nelson. Robert Conan St. Pierre. Sean Stern. Ashlyn M. Winkler. Lauren Ashley Withrow. With Dr. Daniel Naiman, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Arts in the field of Applied Mathematics and Statistics. Sierra Marie Stanza. Alexander Lawrence Cropper. Weidon Han. Minsu Hong. Nan Huang. Theodore Jonathan Huang. Jing Liu. Theodoros Spiridon Manolatos. Robert Aaron Nathanson. Ava Penguin. Jordan Pryor. Liu Tan. Brian Michael Ward. Yanni Zhang. Those were the Masters of Science and Engineering in the field of Applied Mathematics and Statistics. With Dr. Harry Charles, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Applied Physics. Stephanie Mann-Ferrone. Patrick Kelly Moneyhunt. Dr. Elliot McVeigh, Chair, Department of Biomedical Engineering. Please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Bioengineering, Innovation, and Design. Eric David Ashukian. Joshua Budman. Kevin James Colbert. Melissa Iger Diskin. Aaron Christopher Enton. Jennifer Gilbertson. Kevin Patrick Keenahan. Yon Lee. Julia Hannah Michaelo. Michael Vincent Parlato. Pratik Patel. Matthew John Petney. Ashley Paulhemus. Pongti Shaw. Anand Vaidyanathan Subramanian. Tiffany Sang. Brock Taylor Weberman. Barrett Jefferson Yates. Dr. McVeigh, Department Chair, please remain for the handing out of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Biomedical Engineering. Vatsal Agrawal. Pornpad Atamanalar. Musa Shahadi. Dina W. Jamal. Shumyo Majumdar. Piyush Paddar. Vikram Aditya Rajan. Sandhya Ramesh. Agam Shailesh Shah. Suhyun Shin.
John, you're earning some.
Stephen Hankong Su. Thailand Huang Thailand Trin. Martine Villarino. Mary Zhang. With Dr. Konstantinos Konstantopoulos, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Masters in the field of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. Olawasien Dolapo Olaiwola. Dr. Konstantopoulos, please remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering. Nicholas A. Barbera. Randy Lee Bell. Yachin Kao. William Cahoon. Leo Yang. Chiyu Tong Fu. Mike Horn.
I got it.
Yuan Xiao Billy Wang.
I got it. Even the pose is right.
Claudia Daniela Reyes. Harrison Joseph Schwartz. Amelia Christina Vianilla. Christopher Michael Woodson. Jechang Young. Jillian Zhang. With Dr. Rachel Sangre, the program chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Masters in the field of Civil Engineering. Kathleen Berry. Ian Andrew Cousins. Stephen S. Wong. Andrew Mahendra Long. Nathan Paul McConaughey. Jeff Walkley. Dr. Sangre, please remain for the awarding of the Master of Science and Engineering in the field of Civil Engineering. Matthew R. Dove. Richard Joseph Erb. Andrew Gaynor. Alexander David Horn. Erin Elizabeth Krug. Michael Vincent LaJoy. Jinyi Lin. Anne Claire Monagle. Taylor Woodrum. Danji Zhao. Mu Zhu. With Dr. Thomas Longstaff, Program Chair. Please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of computer science. Emmanuel Chong Apao. Casiel Alejandro Chavez. Jeffrey Michael Golden. Andrew C. Heimbach. Zhanyin Wang. Hudson III. Lee Tazo Buck. Sudhakar Reddy Kanchi. Brian Thomas Kemp. Danny Lee. Susan Messier Yang. Joseph Subi Monsolo. Crystal McKinney. Ryan Jean Menike. Payam Meyer. Benjamin Lewis Morlock. Tuan Nguyen. Vanessa Marie Neibert. Alexander Nolly. Matthew Palin. Van Pack. Clint Pitzak. Stuart Pulliam. Justin T. Rodriguez. Benjamin Raymond Salazar. Shireen Shafiq. Patrick Driscoll Sharkey. Andrew Martin Schaus. Michael Anthony Silk. Gursabak Gary Singh. Nitin Singhal. Donna Smith. Nathaniel Abel Solomon. Amy Marie Stanley. Jason Paul Swallows. John Thames. Dustin William John Yorstone. Would Dr. Avi Rubin, professors, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science and Engineering in the field of computer science. Lakshmisha Nandapur Bhatt. Shaji Chen. Renyuan Cheng. Shenhong Chiang. Shua Chu. Jinky Deng. Daniel Deutsch. James J. Goverspike.
There we go. Thank you.
Aiden Fowler.
Thank you. Are you done?
Jackie Gao. Yifan Gay. Yush Gong. Chi-Hung Ho. Jun Ki Hong.
I made it this far.
Yao Huang. Ashish Kumar. Sharon Hang Lee. Feng Huang Lu. Vaibhav Mohan. Sung Ni. Piyush Raudra. Dong-Yi Shen. Ayushi Sinha. Zhao Montian. Shuai Tone. Cheng Xuan Sai. David Eric Wyden. Xiaobei Wu. Juemin Yang. Shi Zhang.
That is training on the long time.
With Dr. Brian Jennison, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Derek Alley. Andre J. Bahu. Timothy Barbitsky. Nishi Sandeep Bhagat. Christine Chan. Angel Dagoberto Diaz Ortiz. Bradley Green. Justin Herrick Horst. Jesse William Holsizer. Armiklia Karianis. Saman Holdebaran. Gregory Thomas Krause. Mikhail Alexander Lowe. Sarah Turner Morimoto. David Dustin Nichols. Hao Peng. Daniel Parsons. Nariman Poramati. Robert John Reyes. Michael Schrouder. Saeed Sabawi. Sarah Stiles. Gregory Allen Taleli. Harris Takir. Sarah Yang. With Dr. Jin Yang, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of a Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Taeyeon Kao. Danyuan Chen. Kun Chen. Zhengwei Cheng. Daniel Gore Delaney. Richard James Stevens. Zhao Gao. Noah Lampo Greenbaum. Vladislav Jerabek. Tao Li. Xiaoping Li. Li Zedong. Siwei Liu. Xingwu Liu. Tianqi Shen. Shuli Shi. Gunnar Adley Sigurdsson. Yizu Tian.
Credit for pronouncing all the names.
Zhouwen Jing. Tao Jiang. Menchen Su. Wei Wei. Joseph Zabadi. Bijun Zhang. Chen Zhao. Yinan Zhao. Hao Zhu. Qi Zhu. With Dr. Pamela Sheff, Center for Leadership Education, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Engineering Management. Lindsay Adams. Monsi Aurora. Sijiang Chen. Carolyn Miller. Nicholas Earl Flower. Alex Hernandez. Catherine Rose Howard. Bharat Shruti Jayachandran. Jason Guy Poole Lansdowne. Wen Liu. Rahul Moody. Inzer Nee. Alexa Oxen. Aniket Anit Puri. Joseph Samuel Saltzman. Ada Alicia Sierra Alta. With Dr. Hedi Alavi, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Masters in the field of Environmental Engineering. Harold Hervé Z. Itaba. Dr. Alavi, please remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Environmental Engineering and Science. Jamie Elizabeth Bell. Adrian Earl Brown. Stephanie Long. Dr. Alavi, please remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Environmental Planning and Management. Michael Friedman. Kurt Graham. Reza Fatami. Megan Rebecca Classic. Adam Scott Maslowski. Lindsay A. McCanty. Michael Ryan Morgan. Jennifer Vijay Tanga. Andrew Christopher Nguyen. With Dr. Daniel Lehman, Department Chair of Applied Mathematics and Statistics, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science and Engineering in the field of Financial Mathematics. Young Bai. Yuan Gao. Nicholas Michael Moutsakis. Wenjing Wang. Yajing Wang. Zhenyi Yang. Zipu Zhu. With Dr. Edward Bauer, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Arts in the field of Geography and Environmental Engineering. Christopher Ryan Cruz. Wei Wei Zhang. Dr. Bauer will remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Geography and Environmental Engineering. Anna Ahmed. Hao Li. Wang Mengsu. Zehui Xia. Jinyu Zhang. Dr. Bauer will remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Geography and Environmental Engineering. Yuenuk Bai. Yuan Cheng. Jonathan Lewis Ho. Jisin Huang. Hong-Chin Liu. Julianne Benson Peng. Duke Kong Fong. Yu Qian. Ming Zhang. With Dr. Thomas Longstaff, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Information Assurance. Kai Ming Chen. Zachary Whittington. Dr. Longstaff will remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Information Systems Engineering. Max Allen Berger. Philip Ryan Dasher. Andre Davis. Natniel Kebede Gebramarian. Kevin Johnson. Shaylin Joy. Brandon Lichtenwalder. Jonathan Lorraine. Andrew Neville. Kamal Ranabak. Sandra Rivera. With Dr. Howard Katz, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Materials Science and Engineering.
Check the book over here.
Wenmin Guo. Ziao Wan. Benjamin David Lawson.
Is it our turn or no?
Austin Taylor Thomas Young. With Dr. Robert Camarada, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Masters in the field of Materials Science and Engineering. Melissa Lynn Jones. Min Huang Vo. Would Dr. Louis Whitcomb, Department Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Masters in the field of Mechanical Engineering. Benjamin P. Alvarez. Michael Peter Dixon. Christopher M. Henley. Brian Nicholas Lounsbury. Dr. Whitcomb will remain for the awarding of the Master of Science in Engineering in the field of Mechanical Engineering. Matthew Paul Addis. Michael Reza Cameron Amal. Thomas Michael Ayotte. William Morris Crawford. Keelan Crockett Crow. Sarah Rose Dodge. Anirban Ghosh. Andreas Hugo. Andrew Rapp Kelly. Rishu Purana. Jared Chandler Cooper. Xiao Li. Kevin Douglas Parsons. Kristen Sparrow. Allison Tiffany Say. Gianna Wong. Shinglin Zhao. With Dr. Anton DeBura, Program Chair of the Information Security Institute, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Security Informatics. Diva Asmat. William Joseph Burke. Jeremy Corey. Balaji Damodar Swami. Joel Robert Bailey. Anupriya Datta. Neil Allen Eichenberg. Francis Takriki Hanania. Giovanni Manuel Hernandez. Jiwan Wang. Yunchi Wang. Lalit Jagorta. Yashmir Kozraju. Paige Lee. Anupam Mehta. Bakul Singhal. Tiani Yang. Manchao Yu. With Dr. Ronald Lumen, Program Chair, please come forward for the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of Systems Engineering. Scott Francis Adley. Amy Dutro Beckel. Thomas P. Bounds. Sheetal Ashok Brahmat. Sherry Sinali. Richard J. Chingabrana Jr. Frederico Mendoza Dancy. Peter F. Dooley. Jessica Lee Faust. Paul G. Langstrom. John Pendleton Gaines. Steve Herman Geringer. Karensa T. Gordon. Stephanie Saima Guzman. Dwayne Edward Harris. Timothy Joseph Heath. John Allen Henke. Sunny Javed. Jennifer Murphy Johnson. Nori Robin Laszlo. Fanny Lee Bennett. Charles Michael Barakis. Ethan Lowe. Peter John Loxis. Jeffrey Paul Martinez. Patrick Miner. John Mulvihill. Wilson Narvaez. Yahan San. Eric Stephen Phelps. Diana Raz. Victoria Lee Rios. Alexander Bergen Ruiz. Kevin Ryan St. Jean. Gregory Michael Teal. Bradley Towery. Michael Walhopter. Gregory Mark Williams. Ellen Wingrove. Dr. Lumen will remain for the awarding of the Master of Science and Engineering in the field of Systems Engineering. Savada Andu. Dimitri Bang. Christopher Thomas Bates. Catherine Jean Belleville. Wayne H. Berry. Frank Benjamin Young.
I didn't get it earlier. You got it?
Michael Boruto. Adam T. Brill.
Did you get it when they said his name or no? Yeah.
John Paul Calvo.
But I know.
Ronald Campbell. Rosa Imelda Steiner. Melissa Suzette Cordova. Carla De Castro. Darnell Derek Eaton.
All right, Darnell!
Andrew Seth Fleischman. Margaret Michelle Fraser. Trenton Cole. Timothy Donald Getty. Coogan Kevin Hahn. Carrie Crystalline Iswazway. Rolando Herrera. Joe Musan Inti.
I didn't get it.
Lionel
None of
Megan.
it.
Casey Nicole
Yeah,
John.
online.
Jay Kim. Taylor Littlehat.
Because they had all these 1,500 other names.
Are you Martinez?
I missed it.
Jeffrey Manning. Chelsea R. Morales. David Alexander Murphy. Christopher Newbound. Leo Angel Olivares. Stephen W. Paulson. James Andrew Peterson. Seth Ransohoff. Ahmed Seyfuddin. Joseph Savoy. Amanda Shaw. Daniel Brian Shepard. Jonathan Paul Solomon. Alan Lawrence Martin Thompson. Randall David Titman. Luis Valencia Jr. Adolfo Vera. Debbie A. Walker. Jennifer Erin Wells. Clifton Curtis Wesley. Ryan Lee Wojciech. With Dr. Samuel Seymour, please come forward to the awarding of the Master of Science in the field of technical management. Babatunde William Ikindi. Benjamin Thomas Bradley. Stephanie Jan Caporaletti. Matthew Franklin Chiquini. Matthew Kramer. Nicholas W. Mack. Colin Jensen Doolittle. Ebony Jones. Don Tom Rupp. Kelvin O. Medina. Seth Joseph Miller. Rachel Lauren Glasgow. Laura Sister. would Dr. Barry Charles please come forward for the awarding of the postmaster certificate in the field of applied physics.
Oh, this is the last guy. It looks like.
Sunday Adebayo Ipalayi. That completes the awarding of degrees and certificates. And now I would like to invite Ms. Jacqueline M. Akapulu to speak on behalf of the Society of Engineering Alumni.
that up. We had it full.